Good morning, everybody. Caleb here. I just thought we'd have a little talk about what to look for in your Arkansas homes. I suppose we could start at the top and work our way down. What some confirm or consider the top. This is a gray or a black translucent 3 inches by 1 inches by 8 from Natural Whetstone Company. It is very fine. This right here is a 2-inch by 1 inch translucent black or smoked gray. I have other translucents, but these two are the ones that get my most work. In terms of handheld surgical blacks, these two right here, 6 by 1/2 inch by 2 inches, get a lot of work from me. They are deep dark black with smoked banding, translucent banding. I'm not sure you can see that, but they are true surgical blacks. Now the stones that go before this is your standard hard. Now this one puts the final edge in, and the surgical black or the translucent polishes it and refines it. You don't necessarily need to use a standard hard. This right here is a standard hard, a paddle stone. Not a new one, not a too old one, probably 30-40 years old. I think I gave $4 for that. Standard hards are handy as another step between your soft and your translucent or your surgical black. They're not necessary always, but they can add some refinement. Then comes your soft arc. This is a marbled, veined soft arc. It cuts, it's also from Natural Whetstones. All of these actually that I'm showing so far have been from Natural Whetstones. This one cuts very nicely. I keep it agitated on one side, flip it over and use the other side to bridge the gap from soft arc to finisher. This is also a paddle stone. This one is a soft arc with, it's fairly dense for a soft, I'll be honest with you. But it's not a bad little refreshing home. It's a little small. It goes well with this standard hard over here. Now, a lot of to-do has been made about bevel setting. And in my opinion, the Norton Fine India stone is, to oil stone users, basically like a Chaucera 600 or an 800, okay? It's not an exact equivalent, but the scratch patterns seem to run fairly similar. This is a 6 by 2 by 1/2. I also keep a 6 by 2 by 1 in my hone bucket. This one's been used a lot, so I need to actually douche it in kerosene. Now if you've got a gold dollar, this is going to come in handy if you're selling them, or if you're wanting to cut a bunch of bevels fast and get them close, and then go to your aluminum oxide, your Norton Fine India. This is a silicone carbide. This is also by Norton. The numbers are FJB8. These are fine silicone carbide. Don't take your edge to completion with this stone. It chips horribly, but get it close. It's a couple hundred grit. It cuts a lot of metal fast. You don't really need a lot of diamond plates, though they are handy. This stone right here is a 5 7/8 by 1 5/8 by 1/2 inch or 5/8 bit of sandstone. As you can see, it had 2 inclusions here. I removed those. I had to dig them out with an ice pick. Then I lapped it coarsely on 80 grit sandpaper. It sheds a fine silica grit at all times. You can't really you can't really set a nice, clean, chip-free. You should use this and then go to your soft dark and clean the edge up in about a dozen strokes and then go to your finisher. So basically, it doesn't have a clear place. It's sort of an intermediate stone. It can do a lot of things. If you back hone on it, because it does shed grit, it will help you basically not create a wire so easy. Now, let me start digging around here. As many of you know, I'm a fan of Washita's. And this one is what a lot of people would call a ruby Washita. It is very fine. It takes, you can literally go to a soft dark, this stone, and maybe 50 laps on your surgical black or translucent, and you're shaving. It cuts slow to medium and fine to medium fine. I know these are all arbitrary numbers. Just bear with me. Now, this one is, I believe, what they would call a #1 grade Washita. I could be wrong. The one thing I do know, you can shave off of this Washita if you really want to. Excuse me. Terribly sorry. This is a Washita. It has a little bit of translucence in it, but it is still soft. It's about like a standard hard, but finer. Does that make any sense? The equation, you can finish on this stone basically. This particular Washita you can finish on. It will not be as fine as a surgical black, but if you had a pasted strop, theoretically this stone and a pasted strop, and you can maintain your blade for as long as you don't chip it or hit the sink with it, okay? Now, these two are different stories. I bought these from a carpenter. Both of these, one's 8, one's 7, they're about 2 inches wide, are lily white Washitas. They still have some soaking to do, according to what the carpenter told me. Now, he was a carpenter for 50 plus 60 years, and he only bought lily white Washitas to hone his chisels on. So he had no real reason to lie to me, and considering I have about $20 in these stones, if he was lying to me, I'm still ahead of the game. These cut coarse compared to some. You can set a bevel very fast. It leaves a finer bevel than a soft, so you could agitate one side, cut a bevel fairly quick, clean it up, and go to your finisher with 2 stones. Just this one in a surgical black or a translucent. These are handy stones. They have a place in every honer's arsenal. Now, I have many other oil stones. I'm not going to dig them all out. Washitas come in all sizes. Here's a little Washita pocket stone. It's a real, genuine Washita. It has the porosity and the fineness, and yet it does not slow down and basically dull up like a soft Arkansas. Just the matrix of what they call that, transmogrified chert is identical, dead ringer for a Washita. I know there are folks out there who, oh, that can be. Yeah, it can be. I keep it around for fun, for kicks and giggles. Alright folks, I just thought I would show off a few of my oil stones. I hope this hasn't been a completely pointless video. I hope it was fun, entertaining, what have you. And I'll try to do some honing videos soon. Some more honing videos soon. Y'all have a great day. This is Caleb saying adios.